This whole game of entrepreneurship is really not for everybody. Not everybody feels good about doing it, but you can ask yourself some questions to see if you think you might be of the entrepreneurial persuasion. And one of those is risk taking. Are you willing to do that? Another is, would you avoid uncertainty in life at all costs? If you're one of those that says yes, then you're probably not going to be an entrepreneur. Or are you someone who says, I enjoy the thrill of taking a calculated risk? And then you might say, maybe I am someone who has some of those entrepreneurial characteristics. You have to be an independent thinker, and you have to be someone who is willing to take initiative, someone who steps out when maybe not everybody else is stepping out. You also have to have the characteristic of persuasiveness, and persuasiveness is that ability to sell people on your idea. Get people to go along with you and do what you're hoping that they will do. And that's a really important characteristic because you got to have buy-in. You've got to have people that are willing to buy into your idea and take a chance themselves, because they're taking a chance on you when they go, okay, you've got this idea, I'm going to go work for you. And there's always a question whether you're going to get paid or not and everything like that. Now, do you have the ability to negotiate? Not everybody does. You have to kind of sit back, and you're going to meet all sorts of people, but can you negotiate? And normally a lot of that negotiation happens on the fly. It happens while it's happening, and you don't get to take it back, and you're negotiating right there. And the number one rule is, when you're negotiating, get it in writing. You must have all of that in writing. You have to be creative. But creativity comes with simplicity. And the more simple the idea, but the more creative, probably the better off you're going to be, and the more successful you're going to be with that particular idea. So it's not about complexity, it's about creativity. Another entrepreneurial characteristic is you got to have people that are surrounding you that are supportive of you. And basically what we mean by that is these people have to be willing sometimes to support you at all costs. And, family does that probably the best in most cases for most people. But it may be a friend. It may be a spouse. It may be a brother, a sister, or whatever. But you had to have that collective group of people that are supporting you and saying, yes, you can. So, here's 20 questions that you really need to answer before you start a business. One of those is, why am I starting a business? And what kind of business do I really want? And if I had to have a picture of my ideal customer, who would that person be? And then, okay, I'm starting the business. What's my product going to be? What will my business provide? And then probably one of the biggest questions is, are you really prepared to spend the time and money to start a business? And the thing is, once you start a business, it's a 365-day-a-year business, especially when you're just starting it. You've got to be prepared for that. Then ask yourself, well, what differentiates my business idea and product from everybody else in the market? Where am I going to locate my business? How many employees will I need? What type of suppliers do I need to be able to produce the products that I'm proposing to do? And then you ask yourself, how much money do I need to get started? And then you may have to think about, do I need a loan? How much of a loan do I need? I've got to have capital. I've got to be able to operate. I've got to have the equipment I need to do the service that I want to do. And then how soon will it be before my product hits the market? And during that time when it's not hitting the market and I'm not getting any sales, can I survive off the money that I already have? Then you have to say, well, how long is it going to be until I get the profit that I need? And then who's my competition? Maybe that question needs to come sooner, I think. And then you've got to say, okay, well, here's my competition. They're pricing this product this way. How am I going to price this product? The Walmart way is to price the product low and sell more. But a smaller market entity might raise the price and make just as much off of one item as 10, like Walmart would do. Walmart is mass production product type, selling in large quantities. Being able to purchase in large quantities and move those quantities out and off the shelves. Then you need to ask yourself, well, what taxes will I need to pay? Do I have to have a certain kind of insurance? Well, if somebody's working for you, you're going to have insurance, at least for injury, that is. Then you have to decide, well, what management theory am I going to use? And you go back to those management theories that we discussed in the management approaches lecture. And you say, who am I going to be? How am I going to operate as a manager? Am I going to be a hoverer? Am I going to be somebody that's always watching my employees? Or I'm going to release that control and have them go and do the things that they need to do? Am I going to have job descriptions of everybody? How am I going to manage my business? And then, how am I going to get the word out about my business? Will I advertise? What kind of marketing plan? What kind of communication plan will I have? Will I use public relations? What will be my overall method of getting people to know what my product is?